Hello, welcome to our English learning podcast. My name is Elena.
And I'm Jack. We're so happy to have you with us today.
Yes, thank you for joining us. In this episode, we're going to talk about a very common topic in everyday life, shopping.
Shopping is something we all do. We buy clothes, food, gifts, or maybe just something small for ourselves. But how do we talk about shopping in English? What words do we use? What questions can we ask in a shop?
Exactly. So today, we'll explore this topic together. Whether you are shopping in a supermarket, a shopping mall, or online, this episode will help you understand common words and phrases.
Let's begin by asking a simple question. Do you like shopping, Elena?
Good question. Yes, I do. I enjoy shopping, especially when I have free time. I like looking at clothes, shoes, or even just walking around the shops without buying anything. Sometimes we call this window shopping.
Yes, window shopping. That means you look at things in shops, but you don't buy anything. You just enjoy looking. I sometimes do that too. It's fun, especially when you don't want to spend money.
Right, but sometimes I really do buy things, especially if there is a good discount or sale.
That's a great word, sale. A sale means you can buy things at a lower price. For example, a shirt that was $20 might now be $10.
And another word is discount. A discount is the amount of money that is taken off the price. For example, if a bag has a 30% discount, you pay less than the full price.
Do you usually make a shopping list before you go shopping?
Yes, I do, especially when I go to the supermarket. A shopping list helps me remember what I need. If I don't make a list, I sometimes forget things or buy too many snacks.
Haha. Yes, that happens to me too. I go to the supermarket for bread and milk, and come back with cookies, chips, and juice.
Oh yes, supermarkets are full of things we don't plan to buy. That's why it's helpful to stick to your list.
Now, let's talk about types of shops. There are many kinds. We have supermarkets, clothing stores, shoe stores, bookstores, electronic shops, and more.
And don't forget online shopping. Many people now use websites or apps to buy things. It's easy, fast, and sometimes cheaper. But you can't try things before you buy them.
True. When I buy clothes online, I sometimes have a problem with the size. Sometimes it's too small or too big. That's why I like to shop in person for clothes.
I agree. In a real store, you can try things on in the fitting room. You can see how they look and feel.
Yes, and if you don't like something after you buy it, it's good to know about returns or refunds. Some stores let you return the item and get your money back.
That's right. A refund means the shop gives your money back. But not all shops allow that. Sometimes they give you an exchange. You return one item and choose another one.
Also, when you buy something, you usually get a receipt. It's a small piece of paper that shows what you bought and how much you paid. It's important to keep the receipt if you want to return something.
Yes, don't throw it away too quickly. Now let's talk about prices. When you go shopping, you often hear people ask, "How much is this?" Or "What's the price?" These are useful questions to know.
And if you're shopping in a market, sometimes you can bargain. That means you try to get a better price. For example, the seller says $30, and you say, "Can you give it to me for $25?
Yes, bargaining is common in some places, especially in street markets or small local shops. It's not common in big stores or supermarkets.
Another useful phrase is "I'm just looking." When a shop assistant asks if you need help but you're not ready to buy, you can say, "I'm just looking, thank you."
That's a polite way to say you don't need help yet. And when you're ready to pay, you go to the checkout or the cashier.
Yes, the cashier scans your items, tells you the total price, and then you pay by cash, credit card, or maybe even with your phone using mobile payment.
Shopping has really changed over the years, hasn't it? Now we have many ways to shop and many ways to pay.
That's true. But one thing hasn't changed. We all love finding a good deal.
Absolutely, a good deal makes us happy.
And sometimes we buy things we don't even need just because they're on sale.
Haha, yes, that's so true. We all do that sometimes.
So shopping is not only about buying things, it's also about making choices, comparing prices, finding what you need, and sometimes just enjoying the experience.
Yes, it can be fun, relaxing, or even exciting. But it can also be a little stressful if the shops are crowded or if you don't know what to buy.
That's true, but I think shopping becomes easier when we know the right English words and phrases to use.
Yes, and that's why we're here to help you learn and feel more confident when you go shopping in English.
And one more thing, Elena, some people really enjoy shopping with friends, while others prefer shopping alone. What about you?
I like both. When I shop for clothes, I enjoy going with a friend. It's nice to have someone to give opinions. Like, does this look good on me? Or which color is better?
Yes, it's helpful to get a second opinion. But when I do grocery shopping, I prefer going alone. I can move faster and buy only what I need.
That makes sense. Shopping with friends can be fun, but sometimes you spend more time and even more money.
Haha, that's true. Friends can say, "Oh, buy it, it looks great." And then suddenly, you've bought 5 things instead of 1.
Yes, and that's why it's a good idea to plan your budget before shopping. Do you usually plan how much you want to spend?
Yes, I try to. If I don't set a budget, I spend too much. I say to myself, just 1 shirt, but I come home with a shirt, shoes, and a watch.
That's why a budget is important. A budget helps you control your spending. It's like a plan for your money.
Exactly. And sometimes it's good to ask yourself, do I really need this? Or is it worth the price?
That's smart thinking. Also, comparing prices can help. Sometimes you find the same item in another shop for less money.
Yes, price comparison is a great way to save. I often check online and in local stores to see where I can get the best deal.
And let's not forget about quality. Sometimes a cheap product doesn't last long. It's better to pay a little more for something that's good quality.
That's a very good point. I once bought a very cheap pair of shoes, and they broke after 2 weeks.
Oh no, that's always disappointing. That's why it's important to check the material and reviews if you're shopping online.
Yes, reviews are very helpful. I always read what other customers say before I buy something online.
Me too. If many people say, this item is poor quality, then I don't buy it. But if people say great quality and fast delivery, then I feel more confident.
Speaking of delivery, have you ever had a problem with delivery time when you shop online?
Yes, once I ordered a gift for my friend's birthday, but it arrived 1 week late. I was really upset.
That's the risk of online shopping. Sometimes delivery takes longer than you expect. It's always better to order early if the item is for a special event.
Definitely. And another small tip, always check the shipping fee. Sometimes the item is cheap, but the delivery cost is very high.
Yes, I've seen that before. You think you're getting a good price, but then the shipping makes it expensive.
So planning, comparing, and thinking carefully are all important when you go shopping.
Absolutely. And sometimes, shopping is not just about buying things, it's also about learning how to make better choices.
That's right. And when we learn to talk about shopping in English, it becomes easier to explain what we want, ask for help, or understand product information.
It also helps when we travel. Imagine visiting another country and being able to ask questions in English while shopping. It's a useful skill.
Very useful. You can ask things like, do you have this in a smaller size? Or can I try this on? Or is this on sale?
Exactly. These phrases help you feel more confident and comfortable when you go shopping, especially in an English-speaking country.
And the more you practice, the better you get.
That's true for everything in language learning. Shopping is just one topic, but it includes so many useful words and situations.
Exactly, Jack. Shopping gives us the chance to learn many different things in English, like asking about sizes, colors, and prices. These small conversations can help us practice speaking, listening, and vocabulary.
Right, Elena, and I think it's good to know how to ask about discounts and sales too. Sometimes stores have big sales, and knowing how to ask about them can save you a lot of money.
Oh, for sure. You can ask things like, is this on sale? Or do you have any discounts today? Those questions are very useful, especially during special sales seasons like Black Friday or Christmas.
Yes, and sometimes they have special promotions. For example, buy one, get one free, or 20% off all items. Knowing these terms is important when you want to get the best deal.
Exactly. And sometimes they offer coupons or vouchers that give you discounts. For example, you might have a coupon that gives you $5 off your next purchase.
I love using coupons. They can be a great way to save money, but you need to read the small print. Some coupons are only valid for certain items or only for a short time.
That's a good point. You really need to check the rules before using them. And what about when something is out of stock? Have you ever had that happen to you?
Oh, many times. I was looking for a jacket once, and the store said, "Sorry, it's out of stock." I had to wait for a new shipment or go to another store. It's frustrating.
It is, but sometimes stores can check other locations or offer to order the item for you. It's always good to ask.
That's true. They might say, "We can ship it to your home." And if you're lucky, they can even offer free shipping.
Yes, shipping is very important when you're shopping online. It's also useful to know how to track your order. That way, you can check when it will arrive.
Definitely. I like to know where my packages are. If I'm waiting for something important, I always track the order. It gives me peace of mind.
That's a good idea. And speaking of online shopping, one thing I always check is the return policy. It's important to know how easy it is to return something if it doesn't fit or isn't what you expected.
Oh yes, that's very important. I once bought a sweater online and it didn't fit well. Fortunately, the store had a simple return policy and I was able to exchange it for a different size.
That's good to hear. So, Jack, what do you think is the best way to avoid problems when shopping, especially online?
I think it's best to be careful, plan ahead, and read everything: product descriptions, reviews, and the store's policies. This way, you know exactly what you're getting and avoid surprises.
Absolutely. And remember to check if the store is trustworthy too. Look for signs like secure payment options and customer service contact information. It's always safer to shop from trusted sites.
Right. That makes shopping much more enjoyable and safer.
Exactly, Jack. Trustworthy stores are so important. If you're unsure about a website, it's always a good idea to check customer reviews or ask friends for recommendations.
Yes, reviews can give you a lot of information. If a store has good reviews, it usually means they care about their customers and their products.
That's right. And speaking of stores, let's talk a little bit about shopping malls versus online shopping. Both have their advantages. What do you think, Jack?
I like both. Shopping malls are fun because you can see the items in person, try them on, and feel the quality. But online shopping is more convenient. You don't need to leave your house, and you can find more options.
I agree. Malls are great for browsing, especially when you want to see different styles or colors right away. But online shopping is perfect for busy people or when you're looking for something specific.
Exactly. You can compare prices, check reviews, and even find discounts while sitting on your couch. Plus, many stores offer free delivery when you spend a certain amount.
That's a nice bonus, but sometimes when you buy something online, it doesn't look the same as it does in the picture. That's a risk with online shopping.
Yes, I've had that happen before. I bought a shirt online, and when it arrived, it didn't look as good as the picture. The color was different, and the fabric wasn't what I expected.
Oh no, that's always disappointing. But again, that's why it's important to check the product description and reviews carefully.
Right. And it's also important to make sure the store has a clear return policy in case you need to send something back.
Definitely. And one more thing about shopping loyalty programs. Many stores have them. If you shop there often, you can collect points and get discounts on future purchases.
That's true. I love loyalty programs. I always make sure to sign up for them when I shop at my favorite stores. It's a great way to save money over time.
Yes, they are. And if you're patient, you can even save up enough points to get something for free.
That's the best part. But whether you're shopping in a store or online, I think it's important to shop smart. Always check the details before buying, and don't forget to ask questions if you're unsure about something.
Great advice, Jack. Shopping should be fun, but it's always better when we're informed and prepared.
Absolutely, Elena. Shopping can be a lot of fun, but it's always better when we know what we're doing and what to expect. Whether in a store or online, shopping is an experience that can help us practice many useful English words and phrases.
Definitely. From asking about discounts to checking return policies, every part of shopping gives us a chance to improve our language skills.
Exactly, and whether you're shopping at a mall or online, it's important to stay informed and ask questions if something is unclear. That way, you can avoid any surprises and have a much better shopping experience.
Right, so today, we've talked about a lot of things. We've covered different types of shopping, from asking about sales to making sure we shop smart and safe. We also talked about the difference between shopping in stores and online, as well as using loyalty programs and coupons.
Now, let's quickly go over some keywords we've used today, just to make sure you know what they mean and how to use them.
Great idea. The first word is discount. A discount is a reduction in price. For example, I bought the shirt because it was 20% off.
Next, we have sale. A sale is when products are sold for a lower price than usual. For example, the store is having a big sale this weekend.
Another important word is promotion. A promotion is a special offer, like a discount or deal. For example, this promotion is perfect for people who buy a lot of items.
Then, we have coupon. A coupon is a small ticket or code that gives you a discount. For example, I used a coupon to save $5 on my order.
Next is out of stock. This means the item is not available. For example, sorry, that jacket is out of stock right now.
We also talked about shipping. Shipping is the process of sending an item to your home. For example, the shipping was free because I spent over $50.
Another useful word is return policy. A return policy is the rules about returning products to the store. For example, check the return policy before you buy anything online.
And finally, we mentioned loyalty program. A loyalty program rewards you for shopping at a certain store. For example, I've earned enough points in the loyalty program to get a free gift.
These words are all really useful when shopping, whether you're at a store or shopping online.
Absolutely, and don't forget, practicing these words in real situations will help you become more confident in English.
Thanks so much for listening to today's podcast about shopping. We hope you've learned some new words and phrases that will help you the next time you go shopping.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like the podcast, leave us a comment, and share it with your friends and family. We love hearing from you.
Yes, please feel free to share your shopping tips and experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you again for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye and happy shopping!